Hi there, it's time to do a Wyckoff check on TAO's price and see where it's heading. If you're new to my session, these are the key items I covered during the session. These are not financial advice, they are for education and research purpose only, and also for discussion with the asset tech community, including yourself. So let's start with the weekly chart of TAO. TAO, as previously discussed, it has gone through the panic over stage, or what we call in Wyckoff's the selling climax, and the bulls go on for 2 weeks after that panic over stage to set what we call the automatic rally. It's essentially the trading range top for the accumulation cycle. So it's now landing somewhere at around the yellow key level of $286. Okay, you see the bears clearly striking the price back down to below the yellow line from above when the bulls try to push further. Okay, that's the big picture. What to expect next is that normal case during the accumulation cycle, after this trading range top is set, there will be subsequent tests, meaning range bound trading. Sometimes it can dip deeper than where the selling climax was. So that's around the 219 red key level. These tests during accumulation can go below that point. If you look at what happened back in 2025 as well as 2024, you clearly see some subsequent tests went way lower. Alright, for the case of TAO, during the week of October 10th, the tariff announcement, it went all the way to very close to $140. That's why I'm keeping this white dash line over here, just in case the subsequent test comes to this level. And if you ask why tests, the tests are basically the whales shaking out the paper hands. Only the diamond hands are remained. Alright, it's not that the whales want to keep the diamond hands, but there's no way they can get rid of the diamond hands if the diamond hands aren't selling. Alright? So that's the thing. They'll shake people out until the point they find there's no more for them to shake, and they have gathered enough stock of whichever asset they are in, and then they start to push the price to the next distribution cycle and offloading at a higher price. So going to the daily, this has been confirmed, so we're not going to repeat. It's basically a trend change confirmation, exiting the downtrend that started sometime in November last year. Alright, and what it's going through now, like I already said, from the bigger picture perspective, it has started a bit of sideways trading. The bulls are trying to push above the yellow key level. However, the bears, you see these wicks for 3 consecutive days from the top, they're just not allowing the price to go up further. So we end up something like a equilibrium point between the bulls and the bears with this very short candlestick body. It's going nowhere for the time being. And if this automatic rally hasn't finished, one way to check is to add a line over here to see whether it is really going to hold this uptrend line. Okay, here what I've done is putting this line at this point, assuming the bulls over the course of past 3 days are not letting the price drop lower than this uptrend line. If that's what they have been doing, we're just only a day or two away to confirm, are the bulls going to successfully defend this uptrend line, because we're getting into this corner. So by today, not today, depending on where you are, if you're in Asia, that's your today, or tomorrow, okay, within the next 24 to 48 hours, okay, let's make it simple, irrespective of the time zone, next 24 to 48 hours, this is going to confirm, are the bears going to win and send the price back to the orange key level of around $254, or are the bulls going to succeed in pushing the trading range top a little bit higher, closer to the green key level of 328. Alright, just 24 to 48 hours window. So that's the picture for BitTensor for the time being. Across the board, it won't be very encouraging, but that's always the case when people are more risk off than risk on. If you are interested in getting access to these sessions 2 days earlier than the others, feel free to join the channel membership. Thanks for joining me. See you in other sessions.